Okay.
Hello everyone,
Hello.
welcome to Lights Christmas Action,
Yay.
Day 8.
This is Thursday. Thursday.
Day 8.
I think it's Thursday.
Ben, stop trying to delude yourself into this. I've given up all the premise. I've given up
It's
on the
Thursday.
premise. Everyone knows that we're banking these. We're watching
No.
multiple movies in a day. This is Tuesday the
Thursday.
5th of December. It is 9:15 and we're recording this episode and it will be published in like 3 or 4 days because that's what we're doing.
So it's Thursday the 7th and we're
Ben,
just recording.
no, it's not. It's Friday. This
Yeah.
is coming out on a Friday.
Yeah.
Stop saying it's Thursday.
It's very late at night. We're very, very excited to get it out. I'm sorry, I'm joking. Alright, I'll drop the bit, Matthew. I'll drop the
The
bit.
bit's over. The bit's done.
I'll drop the bit. I will do the bit next time and the time after that, but the bit has been dropped.
Can drop you in a minute. So
Nice.
we, Ben,
From
it's,
the sport team or from somewhere else?
it's been 2 minutes. We haven't even told them what movie we watched yet.
No, I've forgotten. A Sunburnt Christmas.
A Sunburnt Christmas.
A Sunburnt Christmas. Stan original.
This is a Stan original film from Screen Australia and Screen South Australia
Well, hang on a minute.
or South Australia
It's
government.
it's funded by the grants from Screen Australia and South Australia.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll get the synopsis up.
You're not.
We
prepped
shouldn't
here.
we shouldn't record these on the couch, Ben. I am in a totally different state of mind.
What do you mean?
Bliss.
You're just completely turned off. Usually, I'm the one that's kind of scrabbling around because I've turned
Alright.
something off
A Sunburnt Christmas.
from 2020.
On an outback farm ravaged by drought, the lives of a struggling family.
Ravaged.
Can you?
Sorry, go. Sorry, I'm big bad. I'm big annoying. Sorry.
At what point do I pull the plug and we just restart the episode?
No,
What-
no, never. That isn't authentic.
On an outback farm ravaged by drought, the lives of a struggling family are upended when a runaway criminal dressed as Santa Claus crashes onto their property. That's actually accurate. That's exactly what
That's
happens.
literally exactly what happened.
That is exactly what happens. The person that wrote this synopsis actually watched the movie.
Like, saw the film.
They actually watched it. Ben, what'd you think?
This was fun. I liked this. I think that it honestly didn't need the Christmas theme. I think the film is strong enough conceptually that it can make an okay enough film.
Nah, I think the
That
Christmas
is?
makes it.
But I think that because it has the Christmas, it becomes something special.
I think it would have been a... I think it would have been a 2.5
so
star. I think it would have been a 2.5 star without Christmas, and it's a 3.5 with Christmas. It's a full extra star for Christmas.
Because of how they incorporated the Christmas.
This is great.
This is so
This
fun.
is really fun. It's funny.
We should have just done Stan Originals. We
There's
would have
not
had
enough.
We would have had a good time.
There's not enough.
We should have only done Stan Originals
Can you?
and just
That
rewatched
is
them.
going straight into the mic.
There's nothing here. I can't hear it, Matthew. I'm literally plugged into the microphone.
I'll plug you into the microphone in a minute.
I am plugged into the
Oh
microphone.
god. I love this. The kids get well soon balloons deflated after the criminal walks out of the lift.
It's so funny.
There's some good bits
There
in
is
here.
some really funny bits.
There's some great bits.
It's a couple of really, really good moments in this film.
Yeah, it's funny. It's Australian. We love Australian content. Please do more Australian content all the time.
He's 38 in universe. I just realised that.
You're not giving me anything,
I'm
Ben.
sorry.
You're not giving me anything.
I'm sorry.
It's a M-rated
And
comedy, but it's
M-rated
like a
comedy.
soft M.
yeah.
It's a soft M.
Thematically M, but like in practice, like you could probably show this to like. Oh my god, this is so funny. I'm sorry. There are some genuinely really funny bits in this film that just hit you. Like they're not. Some of them aren't particularly smart or like set up, but they're just so funny. It's good content. Yeah, this is a good one. This is after the run of Real One Entertainment films we've had to watch.
Yep.
This is amazing. There's actual writing in this.
It's original.
Things that occur in the story impact the plot, which is a bar I never thought I'd have to say for these. I thought we were at least going to get films.
Yeah.
No, this is a story. This is good.
It's original. It's got a relatively like novice cast.
No, yeah, exactly.
I've not seen any of them in anything before.
And they did well.
Like they're not bad.
I feel like Hazel, the older one.
Hazel was great. Hazel's the 15-year-old teenager.
She was really good.
She's great.
I thoroughly enjoyed her time and her depiction in the film. That was fun. The kids, both funny. Just the fact that this isn't a spoilers, and I'm not going to spoil this film because it is a good film. I think that if you are after a Christmas film, you should watch this one. Or you could watch this one. Just the fact that like the little kid just walks around with a shotgun is just like a like perpetually funny joke that just keeps, it's just, they just commit to it so well, and that it like opens with her like firing the gun, and it's shocking, but she just keeps doing it, and it's really funny.
It's great. There's just, and I don't know, this film has so many things that like aren't explained straight away.
No, exactly.
And so it just makes it funny where it's just weird stuff is happening, and then eventually it gets to explaining it, and it's not heavy-handed with exposition.
No, it's not.
But when it does explain it, it then puts it in a new context, and it's like, that's sweet.
No, exactly.
It's a sweet film as well. Like,
it's like there are some genuinely emotional, touching moments in this film. Like it's like it actually makes you invest in the characters, and you find out about them. Sure, there's a little bit of exposition, but in terms of Christmas movies we've watched, it is by far actually good. It's just such a fun watch.
Are there
any fun ones on IMDb, Matthew?
Well, so this was directed by Christian Van Vuren,
Mm-hmm.
which most people probably wouldn't know the name,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll tell you what he's done. He's most famous for Bondi Hipsters. Do you remember them? The Bondi Hipsters? The comedy duo?
I do, yes.
Like rapper
yeah,
type thing?
Yeah.
He's one of
Oh my god.
those.
Oh my god.
So that's who it's directed by. And then since then he's done a lot of other sketch comedy stuff.
I feel like
And yeah, he's directed this. He also directed and did The Big Deal, which is about like a political capture of donation in government in Australia.
Bondi Hipsters, that is something that I haven't heard in so long.
Yeah, that's a deep cut there.
That is a truly deep New South Wales specific cut.
Yep. But yeah, he directed this. And you know what? Did a good job.
It's not good.
Fancy.
No.
It's not Lynch. It's not Scorsese.
No.
Doesn't need to be.
And but it's also not trying to be. It kind of understands what it's trying to do in its directing, and it's kind of.
But also, it does some little fun things. There's some nice shots in there every once in a while. It gets a little nice flourish. I really like the fact that you don't see a lot of the adult faces until quite far in, or like you don't see a character's face until a while. I think that was just really neat. They were just like hiding people's faces until later. I don't really know why they did that, but it was cool anyways to do.
Well, I think it gives you a nice sense of setting. Because you always felt, well, I mean, that's what I felt about it, was that you got a really nice sense of the place
Yeah.
and people being in it, but not actually really knowing who's there. And then once you have a distinct setting of outback South Australia, you're then taken into the film. It was very nice. IMDb quirks, Matthew. You're usually straight on this.
No, there's none good.
Oh, there's just none good ones. There's just no good ones.
There's no good.
Do you want to see what?
There's no good spoofs or anything. I mean, there's just one thing about how the shotgun shells have a firing pin indent, which means that they've already been fired. And so apparently you can very clearly see that. So what a goof that was to all the shotgun nerds.
Stupid.
God.
Stupid.
And then also the alias he gives the cop, Harold Bishop, is a character in Neighbours. Yeah, no shit. That's a joke. That's the joke.
Yep.
That's the joke.
Yep. I haven't seen Neighbours. I wouldn't have got that.
You don't know Harold Bishop.
No.
Harold Bishop's like the guy that kept dying and then come back to life. They like kept bringing him back. He like disappeared on a boat or something, then came back, and then he was like, I don't know, hit by a car and came back. I don't know. Harold Bishop was like a long run character in Neighbours.
I'll take your word for it, Matthew. Matthew, if you asked me,
Yeah.
if you asked me to
Yes.
like describe a single character in Neighbours, I've seen one episode.
Ben,
of
that's a
Neighbours.
different podcast.
No, I know. We've done this episode before.
That's a different
We've done
podcast.
this. We've done the Neighbours episode
Ben,
before. Yeah.
I've seen a user review.
Yeah.
I found it helpful
Yeah.
because it puts exactly into words, I think, my thoughts
Okay, go
of
for
this
it.
film. 8 out of 10.
Yep.
A little bit high. Great antidote to sickly sweet Christmas films.
Oh, genuinely.
Quirky Australian Christmas movie with great performances by a largely inexperienced cast is probably the best way to review this. It's funny and heartfelt.
Genuinely. I think that's exactly... I got a missed call from Lil V.
Cameo.
Cameo
Cameo on the podcast. So Ben, just on that, do you want to do a little performance check-in?
Yeah.
Because this, I am trying not to look at this film in like rose-tinted glasses.
No.
Just because of the absolute debris
Like the true
that
debris.
we've
real one
come out of recently.
Yeah. Last night was really hard.
But this was refreshing.
Yeah.
This is I like this. I like what? This is the second Australian, and this is the thing. Australian Christmas movie. I'm just stopping sentences midway through.
Truly,
I'm still interrupting myself.
You're on a good run.
Australian Christmas movies cannot do what Hallmark Christmas movies do.
No, because we don't have like the Christmas.
Because we don't have Christmas.
No.
It's Christmas in Australia, fundamentally different to what it's like in most parts of the world.
We don't have
The Western world with Christmas. The places that celebrate Christmas.
Well, it's actually just most of the world. Most of the world is in the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
And they get...
Well, of those that celebrate Christmas,
The majority of people live in the Northern Hemisphere.
that celebrate Christmas, yes.
The majority of people in the world live in the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah, but not everyone celebrates Christmas, Ben.
No, I know.
So my point is the Christmas experience. I don't care where most people live. My point is that the people that celebrate Christmas, most people that celebrate Christmas, get the snow and get all the cold, chilly stuff and the coziness and all of that, and not in Australia.
No.
Australia, it is like 40 degrees through most of the country. It's humid. It's hot. You're sweltering. It's not snow. It's not
You don't want to
cozy.
go outside. But
It's not cozy.
Not for the cold reason. It's for the hot reason.
And so the Christmas movies in Australia can't. That did the truck pick up?
But I didn't hear it through here.
Okay, it was just a really loud
Yeah.
truck that drove
Sorry,
past.
team. We should probably close the door when we do this.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Do you want to hold my mic?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hold your mic. I feel like I'm like, oh my god, this is so warm. What are your hands doing? Okay, there you go.
All right, I'm back.
He's
So,
back. So
my
keep
point:
me on the run. Keep me on the run.
Australian
I'm
Christmas
with ya.
movies can't do what the Hallmark Christmas movies do because they can't lean into cozy and comfort and warmth. And warmth is romance, and warmth is joy and happiness. They can't lean into that because we don't have that in Australia. We have heat, we have dry, arid land, we have the beach and farms. And so they have to tonally shift. They have to do something tonally different. And so they lean into the weird, absurd, wacky comedy, which Australia is good at. And it leans into its violence and its crime, which is also strengths of Australian narrative storytelling. So it's just refreshing to have Australian. I also
good.
missed a call from her.
Oh. Do you want to call her?
Yeah, I might soon. It's just refreshing to have something a little bit different. Did you have anything to say, Ben?
Sorry, I'm just replying to V. Just fill air for a moment.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was going to talk about something else. This is a side note. Screen Australia.
Love Australia.
I saw it. Well, maybe not after this thread.
Oh no.
Screen Australia. Look, we love Australian content.
Yes.
But Screen Australia has a very particular type of content that it likes to give money to. I saw this Twitter thread that so there's some legislation coming in soon to force quotas, Australian content quotas on streaming services. But Australian TV lacks
Anything.
quite a lot of, well, Australian funded television lacks quite a lot of diversity in genre,
Yes.
let alone diversity in general, including basically no science fiction or speculative fiction.
Yeah,
in
not
Australia.
surprised. Yeah, we just don't do it.
There's no sci-fi. Screen Australia in its entire existence has not funded a sci-fi program that is just sci-fi. It's funded crimes which have a sci-fi element, but not just sci-fi. And then this thread goes into how Screen Australia actually has quite a narrow range of creative projects that they can fund.
Yeah.
And they have to be of social, cultural commentary on contemporary Australian life. And so that really narrows then what you can do, because you can't really do sci-fi. And also, look, you can do sci-fi and social and cultural commentary on contemporary Australian life, but it's just a bit harder than doing a normal drama.
I'm going to correct the thread.
Do you have a sci-fi
Yeah, I do.
that Screen Australia is funded?
So, this is the asterisk, is that Screen Australia's only existed since 2008. Before that, it was Film Australia.
Yes.
And Film Australia funded and produced The Girl from Tomorrow.
That's a kid one?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, this thread, I'm summarising the thread, but this thread does specify non-children sci-fi.
Ah, damn. Girl from Tomorrow is great. I recommend that. Sorry. I recommend
Just
Girl
don't
from
want our
Tomorrow.
mics to cross.
No.
No, yes, no, I am aware that there is quite a number of children's sci-fi.
They're good.
No, we're talking grown-ups.
Adults.
We're talking the grown-ups. The last thing that this person could think of, which I agree is probably the last Australian sci-fi, is Farscape, which was about 20 years ago. So anyways, I do worry that Screen Australia, when it comes to Christmas movies, may start stereotyping itself down this genre as well. But Christmas on the Farm wasn't that, so who knows?
But it was the same kind of comedy.
But it was set on a farm.
It was set on a farm, and
It was a comedy.
kind of the comedy vibe. So there's probably a bit of the potential of that.
Yeah, and the other one that we saw, Christmas Ransom, was also a bit of a crime comedy.
Which one was Ransom?
We didn't watch it.
Oh no, we didn't.
But,
no,
but
it
that
was
one's
another
also
one.
a crime comedy.
Yeah.
Anyways, if I had sat on my thoughts for about another half an hour or so, I probably could have had a more in-depth.
Like actual thoughts.
Well, no thoughts.
No.
Thoughts about Australian content and
no.
Australian Christmas movies
Agree.
compared to overseas Christmas movies. Who knows? Maybe I'll sit on this a bit longer and write something up to articulate my
That could be
thoughts,
fun.
because I just find it interesting that, you know, by nature of how Christmas is experienced in Australia, we have to tell different stories, and we're not telling different stories just because we don't want to be Hallmark. It's because by actual nature we have to tell different stories, and also the funding that's involved in that, and the setting and the tone and all of that fun stuff. That's all of my thoughts. And any other thoughts, Ben? Otherwise we can keep it short and sweet. This is great. Watch this movie. Watch the Australian Christmas movies on Stan.
I think my comment
And
is
Stan, fund us, sponsor us.
so true.
We
Give us-
will, if you want to,
personally, Stan.
if you, Mr. Stan Entertainment, if you would like to give us some money
Or even just a free subscription.
or a free subscription,
Or even just a free subscription.
just for a year,
just for the year. I'll do
because
that.
Stan's quite expensive. So
I mean, okay, compared to the rest of it you can get, it's really not that. It's actually.
it's
a little cheap.
$16 a month.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I paid not 16.
It's $16.
Maybe I do pay 16.
It's $16 a month. So, Mr. Stan, if you would like to sponsor us, look, I understand you need to make money, and if some of that money is going back into Australian content creation, fantastic, wonderful, we love that. Please sponsor us, and we'll keep watching Stan stuff, but we will always be honest. Our independence will not be infringed upon with money coming in.
My independence can be
Ben's-
kind of bought. Mine
Ben
can be
can
a
be
little
bought.
bent. Mine can be bent, but only for the right price.
Ben can be bought for 1 year subscription to Stan.
A 1 year
I need 2 year subscription, and then I will start praising films a bit more
Perfect.
on Stan.
So, okay, back to my actual thought, which is
Oh yeah, did you have a thought?
which is mine was going to be a very similar.
Add
one,
over.
Just kind of broadly about the Stan. I'm just genuinely surprised at the quality and like how much I've actually enjoyed the Stan originals here. I usually don't particularly enjoy a lot of Australian content very much, which is just personal preference. I just kind of never grew up on
Right.
I kind of just like never grew up on like a lot of Australian content.
Yep.
So I often don't gravitate towards choosing it when
Yeah.
I want to watch content.
I've watched quite a number of Stan original series
Yeah.
as well.
A few of them have like
Which
been
are
on
good.
The list. Yeah.
A lot of crime.
There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of crime. There's a few ones on there that I will circle back around to if I ever start watching television.
Hey,
again.
actually, I think this thread is wrong, because I think Bloom is Bloom sci-fi
What is it on Stan?
on Stan? I think it's called Bloom.
Is an Australian blues? Hang on, I'm finding out.
6-part. I thought that was sci-fi.
The thing is that I do.
Oh no, The Commons. Sorry, The Commons I'm thinking of. Is that a Stan original? Is The Commons Stan original?
The Commons TV series. Yeah, it is.
Isn't that sci-fi?
I think so. Let's have a look. Is an Australian television show about Stan? I think we could have a look. My main.
Oh no, not really. Oh, kind of. Oh yeah, set in the future.
Yeah, but like future doesn't necessarily mean it's sci-fi, particularly if it's. But okay, I feel like saying solely sci-fi is probably a little restrictive, but it depends on kind of what they're considering. Is kind of
8-part character-driven thriller looks at ethical boundaries and the place of humanity in saving the planet. Drama dystopia.
Oh, it's a dystopia.
It's a dystopia production.
Which is kind of a subset of sci-fi.
No, but I don't think it was a Stan original.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah,
Where do you see that?
on Wikipedia, The Commons is an Australian streaming television drama series from Stan.
No,
Yeah,
from
published.
Stan, but that's different to produced by.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
different.
Produced by.
Is it a Stan original?
Hang on.
Stan's yeah, maybe it is. They're talking about Stan's. Stan owns it.
Is.
Stan and Screen Australia announced new series The Commons. Yes, it was. Okay, so it's kind of a sci-fi.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, maybe the thread was a bit too eager.
Well, I think that it's
I'll
really
reply
hard.
to them.
I think. Oh my god. I think it's really hard to say something is only sci-fi. Because what is only sci-fi? Sci-fi is a setting and an exploration and a whole bunch of other things that get tagged onto it. It's probably a little restrictive to say something needs to only be sci-fi. No, I'm surprised at like how good the Stan originals are. I think I might actually try and get round to them. I don't watch television very much, or just TV shows in general.
Okay, someone's already told them.
Someone's already told
The
them.
Commons. And also someone called out saying Clever Man. That was on the ABC, but that was Screen New South Wales. So they got away on that with the technicality.
So yeah, I think this is good. Please watch this. This is actually like good content and funny if you're after like an adult or like a kind of young adult, teenage, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Christmas comedy, probably not one for the grandparents. But,
No.
I'm trying to notionally think about what I will be inevitably asked to put on for a family movie at Christmas. So part of this is research. But yeah,
Yeah. All right.
we're done.
That's it. Thanks for listening